All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. This is Judson Powell. And this is a I told you so. And I know because y'all don't realize I'm an empath. So I feel stuff and I see stuff and I hear stuff, which I don't really want to feel, see, or hear, but it happens. All right. I've been telling the universe for a while, look, don't let me feel other people's stuff. But unfortunately, I feel other people's stuff. And then people come along later on, maybe after I've felt it, and then they confirm that what I was feeling was real. So I want to talk about all of these murders and everything that are happening with our young black folks. And in the last video, I think it was even in the last video, I said that this stuff, in fact, the last couple of videos, this stuff is spiritual, it's ritual, it's ritualistic. And I was never really able to put the pieces together, but I know ritual stuff when it happens. And I know when stuff is ritual, when it's spiritual. And, because rituals are spiritual, they are to conjure, to create a certain outcome, a certain end. And our enemies use this stuff all the time. We just don't, because they obviously have told us over time that this stuff is evil. Don't use Yoruba and voodoo and all of these other things that our ancestors used in Africa. And remember, Africa was there like 50,000 to 100,000 years before they was even thought about. And they survived all the way. In fact, they are still surviving, because I'm living proof that they are still surviving. Right? If you're a black man, if you got melanin, black woman, black man, and you got melanin in your skin, guess what? You're an African. I don't care where you ended up on the planet. You could have ended up anywhere on the planet. You could have ended up with any parents you ended up with. But if one of your parents has melanin, guess what? You're black and you're an African. And I know there's so many people out there trying to fake the funk, trying to not to be black, trying not to be African. I get it. Because you're happy with your place in white supremacy, which is another thing that I talk about all the time. You comfortable with the white supremacy. Or you, in fact, guess what? Not even that you're comfortable, but you believe the white supremacy. Which I happen not to believe at all. And I know that I have white blood going through my veins as well, but guess what? But the white blood is going through there because they stole something from my African ancestors. Ill-gotten gain. Well, so anyway, let me get on to this. So I was at my doctor's appointment today, and it was funny because and I kept feeling like real strange and stuff. And so I'm going through the MRIs and all this stuff, and so, they got that big machine, they got the hole in there, and they basically put you in a tube and they scan your whole body. Well, while I was there, the machine stopped working. It just stopped working, right? So, something that never really happens or has never really happened when I've been there. And I mean, this is new stuff. This is new equipment. This ain't, I was in like one of the highest, profile, facilities that they got out here. So halfway through, it stops working. Then the power goes out. And this is the second time. The last time that I was at another doctor, all the power went out there too. And this is a different doctor. This is not the same doctors at all. And I was just like, and then and then the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, why is this stuff about people getting killed? Why is that stuff coming to my mind right now? Because that's not really what I was thinking about, right? I was thinking about, okay, they're going to put this contrast in my body and and that's basically it. And I'm thinking about, how long it's going to take to finish the procedure because I want to go. And I got my son with me, and, I know he's impatient. So I know he's sitting out in the waiting room and he's probably like running a hole in the carpet or something like that. So I'm like, please, can y'all hurry up and finish what you're doing? Anyway, so to make a long story short, I come home from the doctor's office, and my wife keeps saying, come and sit next to me on the couch. And I'm like, I don't want to sit next to you on the couch right now. I want to go wash my, cause like when I get back, I want to wash up because of COVID. I don't like to, it's just a thing. I'm like, I'm not, let me wash up. Let me, wash my hands and my face and blah, 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 blah. And get my, cause after I take my mask off, I wash my hands, my face, do all that stuff. Right. Okay. So I got a protocol. And then, so then I started making some coffee. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm making some coffee. Well, come talk to me. I was like, okay, finally, reluctantly. I know that's bad. I'm sorry, honey. I apologize. Well, I already apologized. But so I decided, so she's sitting there. She said, have you looked at Black Twitter? I said, no, because I don't have my phone. She said, did you look at Black Twitter? I said, no. Why you keep asking me about Black Twitter? And so then she starts saying, she says, you know what you've been saying about all of this stuff is connected and all of this stuff is ritual and all of this stuff is spiritual and it's rituals so they can make the stuff come out like they want. I said, so what does Black Twitter have to do with that? And so then she tells me, she said, Fred Hampton, the Black Panther, his mother was actually the babysitter of Emmett Till. And I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, she said they brought all these connections forward. And I was like, what? You got to be kidding me. And this, this is stuff that's been buried a long time. So I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, okay. And then she tells me that they basically were buried a week apart by the same funeral director. I'm not talking about in the same year, but at the same time of the year by the same funeral director. And so I'm like, okay, that's like, first of all, so it's eerie. And then the other thing, if y'all remember, Emmett Till's mother did not allow his remains, she didn't allow for a closed casket funeral because she wanted everybody to see what these crackers did. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say crackers. That's wrong. Old Fay. That's my favorite old black man term for white people. Old Fay. It's like, so she wanted everybody to see what had happened to her son, so that it would set a precedent, so that we would wake up. And we still didn't wake up then. So we always had somebody trying to wake us up, but we still didn't wake up. So then fast forward, and I'm trying to hope, and I'm looking at the thing. I'm trying to make sure that Lieutenant Nazario, who was involved in the that lieutenant, that Army lieutenant that was pepper sprayed by the state police in Virginia, he is Eric Garner's family. So Eric Garner, one of the other brothers that was murdered by the police through police brutality. All right. Through police brutality, through the overt and covert lies of our enemy, he was related to Eric Garner. And so if that wasn't bad enough, and she's like, she's like, I've been on Black Twitter all day. I was like, why? So then it keeps going. So I'm just trying to get all of this straight. So then, the brother that was just murdered, Dante Wright, right? His babysitter his girlfriend was George Floyd's girlfriend. I'm trying to make sure I get it straight. That's what I'm reading. Okay, so his babysitter was George Floyd's girlfriend. So as you can see, everything, and I know sometimes people get mad at that when you say, well, everything happens for a reason. I'm going to tell you something else. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but DMX, his murder, he was murdered, and it was a ritualistic killing as well. Every few months we gotta take a rapper out, take a couple rappers out. Think about it. I ain't telling y'all ain't got to believe me if you don't want to. Y'all can say I'm crazy if you want to. Or y'all can wake up if y'all want to. None of this stuff is a coincidence. None of this stuff is happening by chance. George Floyd's girlfriend was the babysitter to this young man, 20 years old. Did y'all see him? Man, he still had Similac behind his ears. He was so young. And he got 2 children. Come on, y'all, for real? Really? And that's why I be saying a lot of this stuff is ritualistic. These holidays that we celebrate, and I know everybody, it's just, let the kids have fun. Let the kids have some candy and all of that kind of stuff. Look, y'all, this stuff is ritualistic. This stuff is rituals. Thanksgiving is a clear ritual so that we can destroy the native people that were here, the indigenous people that were already on this land, who are our ancestors. The whole thing, the narrative is wrong. They have switched the narrative so they won't include the fact that there were already Africans on this land before any white man ever got here. Wake up. Wake up. And they know exactly what everything will do. They know what drugs will do to you. They know what alcohol will do to you. They know everything. Why is it that, the only people that they really, I'm just at a loss for words, because y'all got to start waking up to this shit. For real. This stuff is ritualistic. It is. They are rituals. And I know people don't like it when I say, but every time, you take communion, every time you're drinking the blood of a man and you're eating the body of a man. And this is what rich people do. Why you think, like Jeffrey Epstein, why you think all these rich and famous people and all these people with money and stuff like that, why were they on his island? They're having sex with they're doing pedophilia. They're having sex with underage kids. Why do you think they were doing homosexual acts against black men in the Caribbean during slavery? And now they got us wearing dresses and everything else. And it's not nothing about homophobia. It's the fact about it's whiteophobia. Why is it Lil Nas X is all out there in the front of everything? And they got this other, I don't even know this other guy that was on Saturday Night Live. He on Saturday Night Live with a dress on, y'all. These are ritualistic things. These are ritualistic things. And even if you're a Christian, the Bible says that a man shall not wear the attire of a woman, and a woman shall not wear the attire of a man. That it says it. It is written. Come on, y'all. I'm preaching better than y'all shouting. For sure. Anyway, Fast 15 Minutes is up. Hit the like button, hit the all the buttons. Just hit the love button though. Come on, y'all. Show me some love. Y'all gotta hit the love button. Stop it. Stop falling for this BS.